Now here we want to find coterminal angles. Now coterminal means the same terminal side. Okay. Now we don't need to necessarily draw these out, but we'll just do these in this case. So first one, we want to find an angle that is coterminal with 300 degrees. Okay. Now first of all, we got 90, 180, 270. So 300 should be somewhere around here. Okay. Now in standard position, right, because it's positive, this is going to be 300 degrees. Okay. So then coterminal means, well, we know that we can always rotate 360 degrees either clockwise or counterclockwise, okay, and we should still end up over here. Okay, so let's do that, right? So let's take that 300 and then we'll add 360 to it, and that gives us 660 degrees. Okay, so 300 degrees is coterminal with 660 degrees. So you can imagine you go 360 degrees once, and then you add another 300, we'll still end up over here. Now notice we can also subtract 360. So 300 minus 360 equals negative 60 degrees. Okay, think about what that means. Negative 60 means we go in the clockwise direction, so this would be negative 60 degrees. Okay, what about negative 400 degrees? This one's a little bit trickier. Okay, but negative 400 means that we go in, well, first of all, in the negative direction. So in standard position, this will be the initial side. So we want to go negative 360 degrees and then an extra 40 degrees, right? So we should be about over here. Okay. Now remember, this is negative 400. So that means we went around clockwise once, and then we went an extra 40 degrees, right? This would be negative 400 degrees. Remember, 360 degrees is one complete revolution. So we want to find a positive and negative angle that is coterminal with negative 400. Well, all we do is we just add or subtract multiples of 360, right? So we'll take that negative 400, we'll add 360, we get negative 40 degrees, okay? So that will be this, right? We just take this angle and go negative 40, right? We notice that it has the same terminal side. And then we'll just add 360 again till we get, now in this case, you notice we get positive, right? We get positive 320 degrees. So that means if we went in the counterclockwise direction, right, then this point would be 320 degrees. You notice negative 400, negative 40, and 320 degrees, these are all coterminal. All right, now the last one here is in radians. We got 2 pi over 3 radians. Okay, now 2 pi over 3 is going to be about over here. It's about 120 degrees, right, if you convert that. Okay, so we'll just eyeball it here, I guess. So this here would be 2 pi over 3. Now remember, because we're in radians, there's a couple things you can do, right? You can convert this to degrees and add the 360, or you can just add the 2 pi. Well, remember, add or subtract, right? Usually, if the question is given in radians, you want to give the answer in radians as well. All right, so we'll take that 2 pi over 3. We'll add 2 pi to this. Now, once again, when we add, we got to make sure you get this common denominator, okay? So we get 2 pi over 3. This becomes 6 pi over 3. Okay? So this becomes 8 pi over 3. Notice we could have also subtracted 2 pi from this as well, right? Okay? So we're going to subtract that same 6 pi over 3. So 2 pi minus 6 pi equals negative 4 pi over 3. Notice that 2 pi over 3, 8 pi over 3, and negative 4 pi over 3 are all coterminal.